Today, I'm going to show you how I eliminated chemicals in my laundry room. Hey everyone, thanks for joining me on this episode. Like I had said in the intro, this is how I eliminated chemicals out of my laundry room. One of the things that someone made me think about all the chemicals that we're putting on our body on a daily basis was Google your ingredients on your laundry detergent. All I did was look up maybe the first 1 to 5 ingredients. I challenge you to do the same thing. Put the ingredient in and then put side effects, and the amount of stuff that comes up after that was amazing. And some of it was things that were happening to my own kids, like the rashes that they were causing, some of the outbursts that they were having. It was mind-blowing. So whatever ingredients that you find and it's a side effect that you think that you might have, list it down below. Like, what are the things that you're surprised that comes up? I want to see what you guys find on yours. I pretty much used whatever detergent was on sale that week at the grocery store, and I was literally buying laundry detergent probably every other week. So I'm going to show you what I've done to go ahead and take out a lot of those chemicals that we're wearing on our bodies, putting on our bodies on a daily basis, and the savings that you also get in the process of this. So I know that you've heard me talk about Young Living before, and this is actually a detergent that I use. As you can tell, this is actually a small bottle, and it is a 32-ounce bottle, but there's a hack that I use to go ahead and save money with this one. I have seen people do this where you're gonna see me dilute this 2 times. I've actually seen people do it 3 times, but I'm gonna show you what I use because I like the smell of it. This was trial and error for me, trying to figure out what works for me. At first I was just using literally just laundry detergent. I was sometimes still using my Downy, so the fabric softener that I had because I'm not gonna not use it. I'm not gonna waste it and just leave it there. So I ended up finishing all the laundry detergent and the fabric softener that I had before switching over, because I'm not gonna waste. With this one, I go ahead and actually keep the bottles that I have used because I had a jar before, so I actually have 2 bottles. And what I would do is with the empty bottle, I'll go ahead and put half of each bottle in here, so I have a half bottle in each, and then I put 2 capfuls. I'm gonna get that for you too. I actually put 2 capfuls of the Thieves Cleaner, which I will go ahead and actually do an episode on this, and I'll be having a guest on with me for this one. I put 2 capfuls, and it's literally, that's all it is. So whenever, this actually breaks down to being about 56 cents a capful. So all I do is use 2 capfuls. I put 2 capfuls in each bottle here. And then I'll go ahead and add the rest of distilled water, which is what, 50 cents at the grocery store. And go ahead and shake it up a little bit and until it's like incorporated. And then there are lines on here. I'll actually show you. This is so concentrate. Like, it says 6 times ultra concentrate. And it is definitely concentrate, so I highly recommend diluting it, because when you use just this one bottle without diluting it, I have used it that way, and it actually leaves a film on my clothes, so I had to go ahead and dilute it because it was that concentrate. So with regular detergent, you're using a lid that's like twice this size. So for a small load, you're about right here. For a medium load, you're about right here. And then for the large load, I think it's right about here. I do like to go ahead and only dilute it twice because I like the way it smells, and I don't want to go ahead and lose that smell, so I do leave it somewhat concentrate. I know there's a lot of people that do have it to where it's 1 bottle will dilute into 3, and it still cleans just as well. You just add an extra capful of the cleaner back there instead of just using 2. I just like the smell of it, like I had said. So one of the things that I do want to go ahead and let you know that there's a lot of things in here that they're free of. They use a lot of essential oils to go ahead and clean and disinfect in here. They have no harsh chemicals. Everything is plant-based. They're free of dyes and phosphates, and which is a lot of stuff that my son seems to be allergic to, is the fragrance that attaches to everything, which it's free of fragrance except for the essential oils that they use. So I'm going to walk you through what I do on going ahead and how I do my laundry. It has been a learning process because there's about 3 months where I was just using the detergents, not using any fabric softeners, and my dryer balls, which you can see back there. My husband actually had a complaint at work where they said, "Oh, you don't smell so good." I thought that was weird, and I was a little offended by that because I'm doing the laundry, so I actually took it very personal. I got angry. So then I put myself into a lot more research, trying to figure out what I can do for natural smells and going ahead and getting rid of any other gross smells, or sometimes you have something that you cooked in and you are drenched in whatever garlic or anything that you cooked in. It permeates. So I went ahead and did a little bit more research on it. I asked a few of my friends who are also chemical free, and so this is what I had come up with, and I'm going to show you what I do. So one of the things, I have a largemouth mason jar with a 1/4 cup of my scoop that I use. This is just for this. This is what they call a laundry boost, a laundry scent boost is what they do. And since my moods change like crazy, and so I usually have a good amount of oils that are in here. So right now, lemon is one that I use a lot of. So that's what most of my clothes smell like, is lemon. Another one I have in here is lemongrass. And then Young Living makes another oil that's called Purification. This one actually helps get smells out of stuff like when you go camping, you have that campfire smell, or again, when you cook with garlic or you fry something and it just permeates. Purification is one that I can put in my laundry boost and on my dryer balls to keep that smell out, and actually helps draw that smell out, which is awesome, by the way, if you have never tried it. It's not my favorite smell by itself, but it really works getting those smells out. So I'm going to show you the one that I normally use. So I also have lavender in here, but again, Ben didn't really like that smell too much, so I don't use it very often. I use it whenever I do the sheets and stuff like that. That's why I like having lavender in here. So there's only 3 ingredients for the laundry boost that I use. And I will go ahead and make the laundry boost, and then I'll mix it all up, and then I will put it in the washer first, and then I'll put all of my clothes in there. So one of the recipes that I have, and I have this up with me, so it's mainly just Epsom salt, nothing added to it, and it's just, sorry, as I'm getting in here, I'm trying to get it to where you can see too. I use 3/4 of a cup of Epsom salt, and most of the time I will go ahead and actually double my batch because that'll cover my whole laundry day. I actually had a friend suggest this because her daughter likes to go ahead and help her with the laundry. She actually has these small jars that she'll pre-make. She likes to go ahead and actually use a good amount of this in her laundry. Like usually she'll do this whole thing that I'm showing you and just dump it in there for 1 load. I will go ahead and use, if I have a big load, I'll use 3 cups or 3 of these scoops. If I have a medium load, I'll use just 1 or 2, sorry. And then for a small load, I'll just use 1. So before I go ahead and add my baking soda, so it's 3/4 cup of my Epsom salt, and that's when I'll go ahead and actually add my oils to it. You can add anywhere 20 to 30 drops in here, and that's what gives it that extra scent boost. So I will go ahead and I like using the majority of it, so I'll do the 30 because I really like the smell. And this is how I've gotten more compliments on my laundry than actually smelling horrible. And I'm losing count, I'm sorry. I can't do it at the same time as talking. Almost, and we'll go with that. So the lemon is the one that usually sticks around the most. That's why I like it. I have tried the lemongrass, but I didn't really like the smell of that on the laundry, which a lot of people say that they do. I don't like it, and it's okay. So my next thing that I'm going to be adding to is 1/4 cup of the baking soda. I get mine at Costco because I use so much of it, and I'll kind of like mix that around in there first, just to go ahead and it doesn't clump with the baking soda. So I just use, again, 1/4 of a cup. And all of its rough measurements, you can do it however you want. I just use the wide mouth jar because I like being able to keep my scoop in there with it. But again, this is just one scent boost. Normally, I'll go ahead and I'll do 2 batches of it. So then after I put that in there, all I literally do is mix it together. Easy as can be, and I usually have it up there with my laundry detergent. So that way all I do is have it open on my Lex load, and it's gonna be a large load, so I'll just do 3 scoops, and my scoop here is 1/4 of a cup. And I'm just gonna do that. So I'm gonna put that away, and then I'm gonna show you the other things that I do. My dryer balls, I don't go ahead and use my dryer sheets anymore. The bounce sheets always used to go ahead and give me a headache anyway because they were too strong for me. My husband, on the other hand, loves them. It gives me a headache and I don't like having them. And so being able to eliminate those was happy a day for me. So I just got these jars on Amazon. Sorry, that was a little loud. I did go ahead and put rock salt or any chunky salt that I have there, and I added oils to that because I wanted to be able to keep as much of a smell in that as possible, and I can replace that salt anytime I need to go ahead and switch out my smells. Right now, again, my favorite smell is lemon, so all of this smells like lemon. Like, I love that. So eventually you can see that I have the newer ones on the bottom, and then the bigger ones are the ones that I'm using right now at the top. And I will go ahead and put 1 to 3 drops, depending on my laundry, on each ball. And I usually have about 3 of them in my dryer to go ahead and do that with my laundry. So I like being able to have the jar, that way I can go ahead and keep them, because I used to just keep them on top and I would lose my dryer balls. I also got my dryer balls off of Amazon as well. I can have both of those links down in the description below. Please know that it's affiliate link, and I do get a small portion of that, but no extra cost to you. And then I forgot one thing. So one of the things that I use in replace of my fabric softener is, that's what the Laundry Boost does, go ahead and help with that. But I literally just use distilled white vinegar. They're like nothing special about it, off-brand, whatever you want. I get it at the grocery store in the big gallon, and I just fill it up to in my little compartment for my fabric softener. I just fill it to the max every time. It doesn't matter if it's small, medium, large, it doesn't matter, it's there. I know that I was very reluctant to use it because I was afraid my laundry's gonna smell like vinegar. I can't do that. That's gonna be disgusting. I can't do it. It took me a while to go ahead and actually try it out, with encouragement from a few friends actually, saying that it doesn't leave a smell. It actually helps clean your washer. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I ended up trying it, and now I will not do laundry without it. Even if I'm like, I'm gonna go to the store to get this, because I'm not gonna do it without it, because I've noticed a big difference on how my laundry feels afterwards. It helps with the stains, it helps with the odors. So, and it reacts with the baking soda that is in your Laundry Boost. So much so that with the cleaner and the laundry detergent together, plus my Laundry Boost and my vinegar that I use, my 4-year-old had red juice that one of his grandparents gave him, covered in a yellow sweatshirt, covered in red juice. And it was a brand new sweatshirt. Yes, I had irritation there. But of course, grandparents will be grandparents. I didn't pre-treat. Nothing. I was like, there's no saving this. I'm not going to be able to save this thing, because he was in it all day long. I was like, just forget it. But I threw it in there anyway. It came out. I'm telling you, like, the entire sweatshirt was perfectly yellow again, and it was a light yellow on top of that. So this stuff works for your stains as well. Now, if you ever have to pre-treat, only thing I've ever done is I've just taken a toothbrush, dipped it in the laundry detergent, and I kind of scrubbed at it with a toothbrush, and that's all I've ever done with pre-treating. It's worked really well. It's done baking grease. I've done it with red wine. Love my red wine. So sorry, I forgot about the vinegar with the laundry detergent as a fabric softener. So highly recommend using that. It took me a while to go ahead and get used to that. So sorry. So Another boost that I use for a scent for after the laundry is done, and I'm literally pulling it out and I'm spraying this spray on it. So it's our version of like Febreze, I guess you could say. So I actually have 2 of these pre-made. I grabbed the one. So I have one that I made my own Febreze that I can just spray on my clothes or spray on the couch and stuff like that. I use the purification for the smells that, you know, like Febreze type thing. I'll put about 2 or 3 drops of purification in here, and then whatever smell I decide to go ahead and spray in here, which I had a mixture of lavender and lemon because I love those smells together, that I just spray on the pillows and on the carpet and things like that just to make it smell nice. So for my laundry boost, to go ahead and actually just keep the smells on itself, I do about 15 drops of the lemon oil, and that's it, just the lemon oil. And I got the cheapest thing I could of vodka, because when you leave it open, the smell of the vodka, that alcohol smell actually fades. So I just literally, if after Sunday, I'll go ahead and, because I do my laundry on Sunday, just so you know, I will go ahead and fill that up and just kind of close it up and just leave it for the following Sunday, and that smell of vodka is already gone. And so there's no smell in here besides the lemon oil. So I'll shake it up a little bit, spray it on my clothes as I'm slowly taking them, or as I'm taking them out of the dryer, to go ahead and give them that extra boost. So I know it seems like a lot, but it's not too much. So I'll run through real quick again. With my laundry detergent that I've distilled, I just do, depending on my load, I'll do small, medium, or large. I'll go ahead and put in the little capful. Then I'll go ahead and put my vinegar, wherever that one is. I'll put my vinegar in here, and for my fabric softener, and then I will dump my scent boost in here as well. And I usually do that before the close, because I have noticed that if I put it in there before the close, that there's usually not a residue left. Sometimes if I put that in there after all of the clothes, it'll leave a residue ring at the top, and when I don't like that, so it's easier just to put the scent boost in, then the laundry, and then go ahead and start everything. Then I'll do my dryer balls with my laundry to help with the static cling, and then I'll do my little spray as I'm pulling the clothes out. And that is my whole thing for laundry. And I also want to let you know the cost for the Thieves, because I've heard somebody say that it is expensive. So this bottle, since I am a member, I get this bottle for $29.50. If you're not a member and just want to be a customer, they have it to where it's $38.82. I thought, since I wanted to become a member, I was like, why not? It's almost $10 cheaper, so especially with the things that I'm going to be buying. Most of the time, I only have to buy this maybe once a month. Usually it's every other month. It's usually about it, because I mean, just this one 32 ounce, they said that your average load is 64 loads for this 32 ounce bottle. And I mean, since I am diluting it into 2 bottles, and so I'm doubling my amount here. So my average for this bottle, a load of laundry usually costs me about 26 cents. And that also includes the capfuls for the Thieves cleaner as well, to help with the stain removals. So I think that's a pretty cheap way of keeping chemical free, on top of everything else that, of course, that I'm using. If you're not a member and just a customer, it's usually 33 cents a load. Still, that's really cheap. I'm all about being able to keep the cost down and keep my family chemical free. Please keep in mind that this is still a journey for me, and I've only been doing this chemical-free laundry for about 6 months. Everything else I'm slowly still doing, but these are just the tricks that I've learned so far. I would still like to know if you guys have any tips and tricks or anything that you do to go ahead and start with the chemical-free stuff. Let me know. So if you do like this episode and want to see more, make sure you subscribe down below and put that notification button on, so we never know when I'm going to be posting. Please make sure to hit that like button. And then also, if you want to see my last episode where we make homemade elderberry syrup, is right over here. And I will see you guys next time.